Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about working out. Mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. Let's talk about the body. When you're at the gym, lifting weights, pumping iron, I suggest everybody to have cardiovascular exercise, but also do weight training. I don't care if you're 25 or 85. You don't have to be a power lifter. I got a list of 10 things that go into just doing one rep. You want to pump that weight just one time. Get up to the bench press and just do one. Here's 10 things that you can think about. I'm not trying to overcomplicate this, but I realized a long time ago that I wasn't going to get any progress just going up to the gym, going through the motions, just pushing weight. You have to actually know what you're doing. You have to turn this into a lifestyle, into a science. Actually think about it. And once you figure out just the small techniques to it, it becomes easy. You get gains. You all of a sudden start transforming. You get the body that you want. And that's the difference between having the body that you want and going to the gym for 10 years and never really transforming. And trust me, there's lots of people that are like that. And I've seen them. They go to the gym 10, 15, 20 years, 3 times a week, never change. The first thing that goes into when you sit down at the machine, sit down at the bench press, anything you're going to do up at the gym, doesn't matter which exercise, free weights or not, the first thing you're going to want to do is have perfect form and get in position for perfect form. So that may mean to straighten your back. It may mean to slightly arch your back if you're going to do a bench press to get into a perfect form. It may mean to put your elbows down close to you. It may mean to put them at a 45-degree angle. Each exercise has its perfect form. You can research this on YouTube. This is one of the wonderful things about YouTube. There's so much about this. When I was younger, we would have to look in magazines and read articles, and you're getting descriptions and looking at photos. We didn't have all this video. Learn perfect form for the basic movements. Bench press, lat bar, arm curl, just some of the basic stuff. Shoulder press. Just learn what form to get in. It'll save you injuries, and it'll make it so you actually work the muscle that you intend. When you get into any machine or go up to do any kind of workout with weights, you want to flex the muscle that you're working. So if I'm doing a bench press, I'm flexing my chest muscles, my pecs, as I'm lifting the weight, as I'm getting ready to press. You don't just go up there like a rubber band and feel soft when you're doing it. You want to, I want to tighten up those muscles and send blood into those muscles. When I'm doing any kind of straight bar exercise, so if I'm doing a pull-up or a chin-up, if I'm doing the lat bar, if I'm doing a bench press where there's a straight bar, these types of things, I'm trying to bend the bar. Obviously you can't, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'll get my form perfectly, and I'm trying to bend that bar as I'm pushing it up. Or as I'm doing the lat bar, I'm trying to bend that fucking bar like a strong man at the circus as I'm pulling it down and really activating those muscles. I try to think about, I don't like distractions, so I try to think about the muscle that I'm working on and create what's called this mind-muscle connection. So when you're in your perfect form, when you're going through these steps, it becomes automatic. At first, maybe you're thinking about it a lot, but it becomes automatic. And you can just automatically, without even thinking about what you're doing, get in your perfect form, flex your muscle, and do everything you need to do, push that weight, and without distractions, you can really start to focus on that muscle. You get that connection with that burning feeling in that muscle, and all that exists is just the muscle that you're working on and your connection to it. It's a beautiful thing when you can get into, that's like the zone, you know, when an athlete is in the zone, they're really performing well. And that's when you're really getting that good workout, when you can put all this stuff into place and get that mind to muscle connection. I'm a firm believer of full range of motion. When you're doing an exercise, whatever it is, to have a full range of motion. There's a lot of debate about this, and there's different ways that you can work out. I don't want to get into those types of debates, and I know that there are lots of different ways that you can work out. A lot of people like to do half reps and all this, keep the tension on the muscle, and I understand to keep the tension on the muscle all the time. You don't want to go so full range to where you reach a point where there's no tension on the muscle anymore. You're giving yourself a rest. You want to keep that tension in there, but you can still do a full range of motion on any exercise without half repping. I think half repping is cheating. I think it doesn't really work the full muscle. But, you know, that's my opinion. We can meet and fight about it to the death in the street if you want. The next one is, when I'm going lightweight, I go to fail. So if I'm doing light, which is, it's good to put in lightweight workouts, but I don't just go to 6 or 8 to 10 or 12 reps. I just go to fail. But I don't just sit there like a rubber band and move the weight uselessly. You want to move it slow. So when you're doing lightweight, think about going slow. When you're doing heavyweight, you want to have that explosive force. And it's hard to. You may feel like you're moving it slow, but you're trying your hardest to move as fast as you can. And with the lightweight, you just go real nice and slow and focus on that mind to muscle connection in perfect form and flexing your muscle at the same time, putting all this together. And you really will get some good blood pumping into that muscle. You can get an excellent workout. You can lean out, cut up at the same time. Really get that good definition. So I don't ever do a max workout. I don't do super heavy workouts. I don't do that kind of stuff because I'm 50 years old. I'm not trying to get hurt. I do either a lightweight workout or I'll do a medium heavy workout. So for me, medium heavy would be about 65 to 70% of my max weight. Is what I'll do, and I'll do about 8 to 12 reps. So by the time I get to the 12th rep, it's not ready to crush me. If I'm doing a bench press, I still got some gas left in the tank, and I don't go to fail. I kind of mentioned this already, but I want to mention it more solidly. I don't use external motivators, so I don't listen to music in my headphones. I don't listen to books on on tape or whatever. I'm not sitting there listening to audiobooks on Kindle or some bullshit. I don't bring headphones. And I know they play music at the gym and there's distractions, but I try to stay focused in my head. I don't need other external motivators. I don't need to pump up some good music to get my gas going. Don't rely on that stuff. You don't need that. That's a false sense of motivation. You want to use your own discipline. Motivation's bullshit. Don't rely on motivation at all. Discipline is where it's at. It's all about doing stuff you don't want to do. You're learning a lesson of struggle. This is one of the beauties of the gym, is to learn that lesson of doing things that you don't want to do in order to attain your goal. That's how we reach our goals. So that leads me to the next thing, is when you're really pushing that weight hard. You're in the last couple reps of a set. So if you're going to 12, you got some pretty good heavy weight on there, and it's feeling heavy. You can feel it, when you're at that last couple and it's heavy, you're pushing, you don't have a whole lot, you feel yourself getting weak. That moment, that time is when we want to start to induce positive affirmations. Whatever one is tailored for you for that day, for this period of your life, whatever you're going through, to empower yourself, to change the negative self-talk that you normally run, that you're triggered to run, that's been running for your whole life. You can reprogram that. And this is how we do it. This is brainwashing 101. The CIA knows about this. They know about this in Guantanamo Bay. They've known about this since the Middle Ages. You put a person under extreme stress, physical stress, and their mind becomes vulnerable. That's the perfect time to implant a message. Cults know this, so you can use this as a positive skill for yourself. And when you're really pushing that weight, you're 10, you're counting, you got 11, it's getting heavy, fuck, put in that message. I can handle anything. You know, maybe if you have anxiety a lot, maybe I can't handle things, I don't know what's gonna happen. Tell yourself, I can handle anything that comes my way. On that 12th rep, I can handle anything that comes my way. You can fucking yell that shit out if you have to. This programs that shit. It works. This is tried and true. Finally, we have the last two here. You want to rest between sets. If it's heavier weight and you're really getting a heavier weight workout, give yourself a good amount of rest. Even if you're doing, say, right arm and left arm, right side of your body, left side of your body, give yourself a minute or two, a good solid rest period so you can attack it and get the full amount of workout out of that other side. But if I'm doing light weights, you're going slow, you're putting a lot of tension into that slow movement, you can do a superset. You don't need to wait 2, 3, 5 minutes. Keep that time under tension going and just power it out. The final thing, real quick, I'll end the video here, is you want to have a plan of attack when you work out. So on my drive to the gym every day, I'm thinking about what day is it? Am I doing push? Am I doing pull? Am I doing legs? What am I doing today? And I think about which exercises I might do. I think about how many sets I'm going to do. I'm going to do 4 sets or 5 sets or 6 sets. I'm thinking about how many reps in each set I'm going to do, if it's a heavy day or if it's a light day. I'm just putting it all together. I can think about this stuff pretty quick. You know, it doesn't take me long. And by the time I get to the gym and I'm walking through those doors, I have a real good solid plan of attack. There's apps for this, some really amazing apps. You can write this down. You used to see guys go to the gym with their big jug of water and their little notebook and their pen, and they would sit there and they would write everything out, write every set out, and they would know and have for the whole week and be able to really plan out their entire workouts. Next time we'll talk about nutrition. This is all just food for thought. Thanks for watching.